Let me tell you about the day marijuana tea had me questioning my life. It all started with a headache, one of those bad, persistent ones. Someone suggested, try marijuana tea. It's natural, and it's great for headaches. I thought, why not? They didn't mention that natural could also mean sending you on a wild emotional roller coaster. So I made the tea, drank it, and headed straight to work. Spoiler alert, everything went sideways. Since I wasn't driving, I took my usual route, a taxi, then a bus. At first, everything seemed normal. But about halfway into the bus ride, I started feeling off. It started with flashbacks of my brother-in-law, who had passed away a few years ago. Suddenly, I was thinking about him like we were having a conversation. And I thought, okay, that's odd, but maybe I'm just tired. Then things got stranger. I looked at this old woman across from me who was talking, but for some reason, I was seeing a man. I blinked and looked again. Nope, still a man. At that point, I knew something was definitely not right. I turned to the conductor and said, "Conductor, can you stop the bus so I can buy a water?" He looked at me like I was insane and said, "Buy water? From where?" "With it in the bush." And me, thinking I was perfectly reasonable, pointed out the window and said, "Right over there." He muttered under his breath, "Look like you mad you see any shop, Yasso." I started to feel more and more like something was wrong. I wasn't sure what was going on, but I wasn't about to take any chances with my daughter. I called my coworker to meet me at Afratree so she could help me cross the street safely. When we got there, I handed my daughter to her grandma, who was taking her for the weekend. But my journey wasn't over yet. I still had to take another taxi to work. After taking a taxi, I had to walk a short distance to the workplace. In my head, I was walking fast, powering through, but in reality, I was barely moving. My coworker tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Why you walking so slow? You good?" I looked down at my legs, totally confused. To me, I was moving like a race car, but in reality, I was dragging myself along like a sloth. I finally made it to work, but things didn't get any better. One of my favorite customers walked in and greeted me with, "Hi, Caden," and that was it. I completely lost control. I burst out laughing and crying at the same time. I was hysterical, tears rolling down my face, unable to stop myself. I went around the back, desperately trying to regain my composure, but it wasn't happening. I couldn't focus. My body felt like it was shutting down, and I had no idea what to do. Then I saw the sugar. I grabbed it and started eating spoonfuls of it, like it was the only thing keeping me alive. I probably ate about a pound of sugar that day. But then, my coworkers noticed something was really wrong, and they went to get me coffee. They brought me the coffee, and as I took a sip, they encouraged me to relax, telling me to take a nap. But I panicked. I started crying out, "Oh no, I don't want to sleep. If I sleep, I'm going to die. Please don't let me die." They tried to calm me down, saying I was just exhausted and needed rest. But I wasn't hearing it. In my mind, sleep meant death. Eventually, I couldn't fight it anymore, and I went to a quiet spot in the back of the store and passed out. For about 3 hours, when I woke up, it was like a light switch flipped. I felt much better, clear-headed, alert, and able to function like a normal human being again. I was able to interact with clients, carry on with my work, and slowly but surely, everything started to feel like a distant memory. By the end of the day, I was completely fine, but that experience taught me something crucial. Just because something is natural doesn't mean it won't turn your day into a wild adventure. So, if you're thinking about trying marijuana tea for a headache, here's my advice. Consult with your doctor to see what other options are available for headaches before you try that. Or you can try some feverfew tea or magnesium, which might be safer alternatives. Thank you for watching.